When winter comes along, we bundle up to stay warm. Well, the same simple theory applies to your homes. Cold air can get inside and end up costing us money in our heating bills. So today, our friend the basement doctor is here to show us how to insulate our home. Joining me, Ron Greenbaum. Nice to have you back, Ron.
Hi, Gail.
I'm not sure people know you do insulation. They should, but they don't.
Well, it's relatively new. We've been actually doing it for about 3 years, and we do it in the basement because that's frankly the most important part of the house. There's a lot of articles. In fact, there was just one recently in the Columbus Dispatch where someone had a home inspection and an energy audit, and lo and behold, the windows weren't the problem. It was the basement baseboard, and we've known that for many years.
What do you call it, the basement?
Baseboard. It's the board right at the top of the basement wall.
Between that and what would be
and
the
deck of the deck of the floor. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have it insulated, but it's insulated with old batten insulation that allows air to still come back and forth, and it becomes moldy, and a lot of other bad things happen.
So what do you recommend? How can you fix it?
Well, we use something called closed cell insulation, which will not allow any air to penetrate. And that's the key, is to stop air from coming in, because particularly during the winter, and now it's good to be insulated even during the summer, because that way you don't lose your conditioned air, things like that. But during the winter time, you get all that cold air coming in, and the way a home works, we've talked about it before, it's called the stack effect. All the air you breathe is coming from below. Mm-hmm. So whether you have a basement or crawl space, if you don't have it properly insulated, you're wasting a lot of money.
And now we're going to show you some pictures of the bare pipes, and then obviously that doesn't help either.
Yeah, unfortunately, people do what we call pipe penetrations. They put their lines out, their water lines, their gas lines, things like that, and then they don't seal around it. Mm-hmm. Or maybe they've had work after the home was built, and it's costing a fortune.
This is old insulation, and here's the question that I have. If you have this insulation in your home, and obviously most people have something, mm-hmm. or they should, can you use your insulation on top of it, or do you remove it?
You have to remove that. You can see there that the mold growing, things like that, because you're actually creating problems because the temperature change, things like that. That's up against the earth on the outside, and then that insulation has products in it that start rotting and, mm-hmm. and allow mold to grow.
So do you tear out walls and everything to get to this insulation?
Well, if your basement's finished, unfortunately, you've got to do some tear out, but most basements and crawl spaces, and that's where we're doing a lot of it, is in crawl spaces. It's very easy access.
Crawl space.
Well, crawl space, again, that's all the air you breathe, and it's very, very important.
When you go into homes and you said people thought it was the windows, how do you know that this is where you're having your problem?
Well, you can go down. I'll tell you, one of the things we do is simply turn the lights out in the basement during the day, which a lot of basements are a little bit darker, and you start seeing actually where you can see light. If you can see light, then
that means air is
you've
coming
got air, that's for sure.
This is spray foam?
Yeah, it's spray foam insulation. It's very easy. It expands. We put about 2 inches in, as you can see, and it actually will expand to 4 inches, and 4 inches causes, again, not getting too technical, an R13 to R16, and as you can see, that can just save you a fortune.
Hopefully save you a fortune in saving your heating bills, and you're going to have a warmer house.
People call me right afterwards and leave me messages or talk to me and say, I cannot believe the difference in my family room, my kitchen, places where before I was freezing, my feet were cold. It was amazing. Huh.